right, welcome race fans. We are back this week with the SRCA IndyCar League here at Road America. Going to be doing 25 laps here, and it's going to be exciting. I love this track. 4 miles around this track. Now, they do only get about 13 to 15 laps on a tank of fuel, but we'll get to that here in just a minute. Tune in tomorrow night for the NSRA Friday Night Cup Series. That'll be right here on MaxSpeedTV. All right, looking at the race analytics here, 86-degree air temperature, 113-degree track temperature. Going to make it kind of slick out there, and 6-mile-an-hour wind out of the north. Sorry about that. I thought I was going to sneeze. 25 laps, that's 100 miles around here because it is 4 miles around this track. Fuel window, like I said, about 13 to 15 laps, and pit road speed, 45 miles an hour. All right, let's get to the points here. John Poole still holding a pretty commanding lead over Brent Beasley. 46 points back in second place there. Sean Williams in third, 80 points behind. Elijah Gracia did move up to fourth. He is 92 points behind. Caden Henry Oaks in fifth, 104 back. Daniel Falkingham in sixth, 114 behind. Jeff Murray seventh, 116 behind. Lucas Smith in eighth, 118 behind. Anthony Emery in ninth, 121 behind. And Spencer Madden rounds out the top 10, 124 points behind the leader, John Poole. Timothy Bates in 11th, Justin Ford 12th. Nathan Lewis 13th. Nate Stewart moves up to 14th. Keith Martinson 15th. Jeffrey Fisher 16th. Victor Volley 17th. Tom Mercier 18th. Howie DeTrey 19th. And Andy Kinsey rounding out the top 20. 172 points in back of the leader, John Poole. All right, right now it looks like Poole is the top guy on the leaderboard at the moment here. Falkingham close by there, second place. Anthony Emery third. Elijah in fourth place. Harley Lewis defending his title last week with that huge win there in the Pro Mazda Series. That was amazing. That was amazing racing between him and Aldous. I don't know if you guys tuned in for that. You can go back and watch it right here on YouTube. And, man, that was just an amazing race in the Pro Mazdas last week. He led, I think, all but like 1 or 2 laps, maybe. It was wild, man. Harley defending that title over there against Aldous. All right, we got about 7.5 minutes left here till qualifying. Yeah, thank you, Mike. I kind of changed up a few music songs and stuff. Hopefully that, change it up a little bit, kind of spice it up a little, so. Thank you, Mike. Too bad I couldn't get you into the booth with me sometime. You feel like maybe trying your luck at doing a little commentating? Or don't you have iRacing? You kind of got to have iRacing, you know, you can't, you got to be able to get into the room the same as I do. You can't go off of the broadcast. That'd be kind of fun. The anthem? What? What? The national anthem? Oh, you don't have iRacing. Okay, not a problem. Well, I'm just thankful that you're in chat. You're probably one of my most faithful moderators. I could say that, man. You're in there almost every single night. You're in there. That's cool. We'll go get you something to drink. Yeah, when you win the lottery, huh? Hey, when you win the lottery, we're going to be like cousins or something, aren't we? No, but I am going to play it right here in just a minute. I usually do it about the 3 to 3.5 minute mark of practice left. That way, when it's done playing, then I can come back and we're in qualifying. So that's kind of the way I do it. I don't know, a lot of people do it different ways. And I don't know, I've done it that way since day one. It's the very first broadcast that I ever played the national anthem at. I've always done it that way. All right, folks, we'll step away here and play the national anthem. We'll be right back.
We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, just that star spangled banner gave way for the land of the free, and the home of the
Well, that's too bad, Brett. But you know, I mean, second place in points. Hey, you're going to be all right, man. You're doing okay. You're doing all right. You don't have to qualify. You know, you can start in the back. Just a good top 10 finish should keep you right up there, second place in points, probably. But yeah, qualifying's not for everybody, especially at a big place like this. There's going to be a lot of off-road stuff. I don't know if there's any incident limits, but they do have one quick fix coming in here tonight. So in case somebody does get off into the fence or gets tangled up with somebody, they can go to pit road and get a brand new car. Hey George, how you doing? I didn't see you in there. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm doing good. If you're talking to me, I don't know. I'm assuming you're talking to me. I'm doing good. How are you doing? I haven't talked to you much lately. You must be pretty busy with your broadcasting and or your football stuff, you know, or whatever you got going on now. Hey Josh, how you doing? It looks like we got about maybe 5 guys not going to take a qualifying time here, or they're not even on the track. Brett Beasley, Howard Dutray, Timothy Bates, Justin Ford. 4 drivers, I guess. Nick Mullinex just went out. He's on the track now. Oh, big spin there by Spencer Madden. That's just setting your brake bias correctly is what that entails right there. Takes a little practice out there on the track to get that brake bias set just right where you want it. Where it feels comfortable for you, and you hit the brake so it don't lock up into the corners. Andy Kinsey, 20th in points. Trying to pick up maybe a few positions out here today. Well, thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it very much. You can check out our full broadcast schedule at MaxSpeedTV.com. And also follow us on Facebook. We'd like to have followers on Facebook there at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. I guess that might be where I got this from, where I always say welcome race fans, because that's what it says right up there at the top on the board at the start finish line here at Road America. It says welcome race fans. Maybe that's where I got that. I don't know. You know, I really don't know where I ever picked that up. I just started saying it. but I do like to welcome everybody. There we go. We got somebody coming in. Daniel Falkingham, top of the board. John Poole, second. Pretty close, though. Only a little bit less than a tenth and a half. Which I'm sure John will pick up probably on his second lap. Oh, there's a big punt. Andy Kinsey. Wow. Got it back on the wheels, though. Hey, fireman. Yes, sir. Glad you could make it, fireman. Should be good race in here. 25 laps is what they're looking for tonight. Well, I don't know. Looks like Falkingham is going to hold on to the pole. He's going to beat John Poole. Wow. That's really surprising. Harley Lewis out there making a lap now. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he's off track. Whoops. He's good in them Pro Mazdas, but IndyCar's a little more horsepower. Bigger car, heavier. Well, we're glad to have you there, fireman. Yeah, very glad to have you. You do have a 10-minute window here for qualifying because it is 4 miles around this track, so we're doing 25 laps. That's 100 miles. Pit window about 13 to 15 laps, and pit road speed 45 mile an hour. So they will have to make one pit stop. One pit stop. I know originally I think he had it set for 20 laps. And so he extended it out to 25, so it'd make it, make sure that they would have to pit one time. But after I talked to the guys there, they said they were getting about 13, 14 laps on the tank of fuel. Oh, I'm sure it's going to be a good race. I got no doubt. No doubt. Anthony Emery to the top of the leaderboard. Wow, man, what a run. And John Poole just come in second. He just smashed Daniel Falkingham's time. Wow, that's amazing. All right, well, looks like that's going to wrap up qualifying. Guys get all finished up here. We'll get them on the grid. Now, this is a rolling start, not a standing start like they do in the Pro Mazda. So they'll have to make one trip around the 4-mile track here. Harley Lewis picked it up a bunch there, come up to 4th on the leaderboard. Yeah, I know what you mean there, fireman. Yep, I love this track too. I mean, there's some nice long straightaways. There's, you know, some good turns, but they're not like really, except for that one right there. You know, you got that one sharp right-hander, but you know, most of the turns, there's good runoffs, good, you know, you can pick up a lot of speed. It's a lot of fun. Well, if they ever get done here. I don't know if this thing's ever going to switch over. It just seems to be stuck on switching over. There it goes. Finally. Holy smokes. That was a record. Yeah, that was a record there. All right, as they grid up here, let's run down through the qualifying grid. Anthony Emery coming home with the pole here with a 1 minute 44.65 second lap. Very nice lap. Very nice. John Poole, our points leader, by 46 points over Brett Beasley, second place. Daniel Falkingham third. Harley Lewis in fourth. In row 3, Elijah Gracia and Tom Mercier. In row 4, Spencer Madden and Sean Williams. Row 5, Tony Hill Brands and Caden Henry. In row 6, Andy Kinsey, Nick Mullinex. In row 7, Howie DeTrey and Justin Ford. In row 8, Timothy Bates and Brett Beasley. That was it. 16 drivers. And our pole sitter still has not taken to the grid yet. It's kind of odd. There he is, finally. No, that ain't him. There he is. Finally taking the grid. Now, there won't be any cautions here tonight, local cautions only, except if there's a pileup, you know, like he said, 3 or more cars, like on lap 1, if there's a big pileup in a turn, then he will throw the caution manually. But other than that, no cautions here. Well, again, congratulations to Anthony Emery for grabbing the pole. Let's see how long he can hold on to it. That's going to be the key here tonight. Staying consistent, staying steady, hitting them marks perfectly, not running off the track. Don't, excuse me, don't wreck it. Don't get into the fence or the tires or into anybody. Keep that car clean. If you run it off the track, you take a chance of doing undercarriage damage or wing damage on that front wing. That front wing is very, very sensitive to damage, and if you run off in the grass, it could cause damage to it, and that does all affect the downforce of these cars. They're very sensitive to that downforce. All right, here we go. A couple more turns left here before they cut them loose. I like that turn. That's one of my favorite turns. Just a long sweeping turn. That is pretty awesome. I don't know the names of the turns. Some of them have names on some of these road courses, and I don't really know the names of them, so. Looks like we got 2 drivers that did not start. Caden Henry and Howie DeTrey did not start. But we may only have about 14 drivers. Or thereabouts. All right, final turn here, folks. Pace car's about to dive onto pit road. Up the long hill here before they get the green.
Green, green, green.
And there's the green. We're off and going. Biden waving that green flag, man. He's waving his arm off right now. And John Poole immediately takes the lead. But we got a couple of them spinning. Falkingham off into the grass. They can't even catch up to him. And he goes to the back of the field. But John Poole not wasting any time to grab that lead from Anthony Emery. Spencer Madden quickly into third after starting 7th. Spencer 10th in points. John Williams hanging on to 4th place. Elijah Grassi at 5th, not far behind him. Trying to pick and choose where he might think about passing Sean, but I know Sean, he ain't going to let Elijah go too awful easily. Harley Lewis has fallen from 4th back to 6th, but he's kind of pacing himself right now. So John Poole's about to come around here and lead his first lap of the race. Up the hill. And he collects a bonus point that quick. Tell you what, Anthony Emery's not letting him get away. And he is taking the look here to get the pass on him. Outdrives him into the corner, and Anthony Emery retakes the lead. Now John Poole's sitting there behind Anthony. He's sitting there watching everything that's going on out that front windshield. Well, I guess they don't have a windshield on. I thought they did. They had a little tiny windshield to suck up, but I guess they don't. They have a windshield on their helmet. That's it. Now there is a little tiny windshield there. Yeah, you can see it. You can see the outline of it. I thought there was, but I think it's more for like deflection of rubber pellets and things like that. Make sure the driver don't get hit in the face with them. That have to be kind of rough out there for the guys, you know, when they're like that. Spencer Madden into third. Uh-oh. Harley Lewis. We got a three-way battle going on back here for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Got Elijah Gracia into 4th. All the way back to Sean Williams. He comes up the hill. Got Tom Murphy and Daniel Falkingham. Daniel started 3rd, but slipped going into turn 1. Lost up all that ground that he made. Back to Justin Ford as he comes up over the hill. Starting 14th, running in 9th. And Tony Hilbrand running into 10th position. Nick Mullinex. Caden Henry picking up a couple positions already. He's up to 12th. Late starter, did not start on the grid. He started on pit road. Brett Beasley way behind, already 40 seconds behind. And Timothy Bates with him. And at the tail of the field, Andy Kinsey. Andy having a little difficulty here getting around. We're really not that far ahead of the leader right now. The leader is about 45 seconds behind him. Oh, is that right, Mike? I did not know that. I did not know that. That flagman's going to be lonely up there for the rest of the race until the checkered flag. Or white flag, I should say. Harley Lewis up to 3rd. He's coming on pretty strong here. told me last week he's not very good at running these cars. Well, okay. He passed up a few drivers there to get back into the third position, so after starting fourth. Now they'll have to pit probably about lap 13 or 14. So it'll be a one stop race here tonight. Oh boy, Anthony Emery, what happened to Anthony? He must have slipped off the track there. He's back to 6th place. A lot of guys have gotten by him. Tom Mercier just ahead of him now. Harley Lewis into 2nd. Spencer Madden 3rd. Daniel Falkingham in 4th place now. Oh, and off into the kitty litter goes Tom Mercier and Anthony Emery back into 5th. Probably one of the best battles on the track right now. Well, that put Sean Williams right up here close to Tom Mercier now. And I think he did get the pass, or maybe going to get the pass. Tom Mercier just ahead of Sean Williams right now. Justin Ford up to 8th. Picks off another position. Aiden Henry hot on his tail. Wow, I mean, to tell you, right on his tail. Looking for a place to pass, and he's going to try to outdrive him going into this hard turn right here. And he does pass up Justin Ford. Aiden Henry, it started on pit road. Man, unbelievable. Well, the guy that's smooth out there right now is John Poole. Just trying to make sure he hits his marks perfectly every single turn, every single lap. Doing an amazing job. Star Trek. Hey, that's a good one to put on your car. Yeah. I'm a big Star Trek fan. Huge Star Trek fan. I watched them when I was a kid back in the 60s. Some of you may not be old enough to remember that, but some of you might. And you can still watch them. Amazon Prime has them all on there. You can watch. Absolutely amazing shows. Oh, we got one off the track there. Andy Kinsey. And he's the first car to go a lap down. Oh, and he's off the track again. Whoa, something is amiss there with Andy's car. He's got some problems. I don't know what's going on. He just towed the pit road. Oh, that's a shame. He's got some problems. I don't know, steering problems or whatever's going on there. Harley Lewis in 2nd. Daniel Falkingham in 3rd now, as he passed up Spencer Madden. Spencer hanging right with him. Team Unreal. Yeah, I don't really know about tires. I know the tires do wear pretty good on these cars. Now, the Pro Mazdas, you can run a whole race and the tires never fall off. These, I think, are a little different. I think they do kind of fall off. Anthony Emery back to 5th. Working his way back to the front. He got his bonus point. That's what he was really looking for. Now it's just to try to outdo him on pit road here and make up a few more positions. Williams. You know, I don't see much battling going on here. Tom Mercier and Tony Hillbrands. That could be a good battle coming up on the back of Justin Ford right now. The three-way battle going on between them three. $19 laps to go. It just takes so long to get around here. You know, you're talking almost 2 minutes. There you go. Justin Ford just got passed up by Tony Hillbrand. Oh, and those two got together. Oh no, let's go back and take a look at this. Don't know if there was I don't think there was anything intentional there, but those two got together. And this is going into turn one. Tony Hillbrands and Justin Ford. I don't know if it was because Justin kind of, well, yeah, coming up on the corner right here, it looks like Justin might have checked up a little, and Tony got off into the grass and lost control of the car and got into Justin Ford. All right, they get it going again. Justin Ford maintains 8th, but he's got serious wing damage on that car now. Right front wing is completely gone on that car. That kind of makes you think, boy, that's got to be a little difficult for him to run out there right now. Trying to get a good, there you go. There's a good view of it. And the left wing is damaged. I don't know. They can't see. He's going to have to make it just a few more laps. Because if he pits now, then he'll have to pit again. So that's not what he's planning on doing. He wants to make this on a one pit stop. Oh, but Tony Hillbrands is coming in, or Tom Mercier. Tom Mercier. He's got serious damage on that car as well. He's got about the same amount of damage. Yeah. About the same amount of damage as he comes to pit road. That creeping 45 miles an hour, just painstaking down pit road. Yeah, these guys need to go about another 4 laps here. If they can make another 4 laps, that'll put them inside the window, or 5, maybe 5. Put them in the window there, making it the rest of the way. If they can make 5 more laps here, it'd be perfect. A few guys that have pitted: Tom Mercier, Nick Mullinex, Andy Kinsey, Elijah Gracia, Aiden Henry. Those guys have all come to pit road. Elijah now back out, but he is in 9th position. Brett Beasley, second in points, has got himself into 10th. But I said earlier, you don't have to be good here. Just get yourself inside that top 10, Brett, to maintain that point up there, staying close to John Poole. John Poole's just been he has been an alien this season. See if I can look up something here real quick. All right, so Indy cars here. John Poole has 2 wins. Brett Beasley has 1. Elijah's got 1, and Daniel Falkingham's got 1. Anthony Emery's got 1. Nathan Lewis has got 1. All right, next week, or well, in 2 weeks, we'll be going to Phoenix. The Phoenix road course. Awesome. No, oval. There's Phoenix Grand Prix. Phoenix Grand Prix. Okay, it is the oval. Yep, they'll be running the oval. Back here in 2 weeks. Now, next week, we'll go back to the Pro Mazdas. And they'll be going to Donington. Next week, Donington Park. Yes, sir. That'll be fun. Gosh, I don't know if I've ever even broadcasted a race at Donington. Four-second lead for John Poole over Harley Lewis. And I'm sure he's feeling the pressure a little bit now. Yeah, Harley's not that far behind him. He's great in the Pro Mazdas, and he sure has impressed me in the Indy cars today. I know. That's what I'm saying. That's like running them in Iowa. It's not that it's not fun. It is a blast, you know. But when you get 15, 16 cars out there on the track, oh boy, look out. Anthony Emery back to third. Made his way back to third, but he is 10 seconds behind the leader, John Poole. About 6.6 seconds behind Harley Lewis. Harley Lewis is closing. He's inside the 4-second mark. Guys have got to go about another 2 laps here. If they can make it another 2 laps, they'll have to pit. They pretty much have to pit. That's going to put them right about the 13-lap mark. So if they can go, what did I say? About 2 more. Then that'll put them right on the edge of they'll be able to make it the rest of the way with a little spare. Buckingham back into 4th. And about 16 seconds behind the leader. And I know that some of them guys that pitted early, they're going to have to come down pit road again. That's going to hurt them. Elijah Gracia, Caden Henry, guys will have to come to pit road again. Looks like Andy Kinsey is not going to be returning to the track. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. He's still sitting on pit road. Still sitting there. Oh yeah, you run out here, you're doomed. Definitely doomed. Harley inside the 2.5-second mark. These guys are probably about a lap, maybe a lap or 2, maybe. I don't know if I'll get 2 more, but I would say probably next time around we may see a couple of these guys come to pit road. At least of the top 8 or 6. Top 6. Top 6 have not been to pit road yet. Spencer Madden hanging on to 5th. And Sean Williams right behind him in 6th place. Well, not right behind him. Actually quite a ways behind him. And he's got Caden Henry breathing on his neck. Caden started on pit road, and man, he has just worked his way up through the field nicely here. Very nice, Caden. Uh-oh. Harley Lewis slid it in the corner. He got it going again. Boy, he was inside that 2.5-second mark. Now he just went back out to 3.1 seconds. I'm looking for him to pit this time by. I think. We're going to see. We'll see what the leader does here. I'm sure if he comes to pit road, we're probably going to see a lot of other guys come to pit road too. They might go one more lap. They might. They just might. Nope, here he comes. Here comes John Poole to pit road. Anthony Emery's going to stay out. Going to go around more just to kind of ensure that he is going to make it. But Harley Lewis coming in. Let's see what they do on pit road here. See if he jacks that car up. Yes, sir. 4 fresh tires. Full tank of fuel. Same for Harley Lewis. Yes, sir. And they are away. All right, very good. Well, they put Anthony Emery and Daniel Falkingham quite a ways ahead. About 30 seconds ahead of John Poole right now, but they've got a pit. They almost have to pit this time by. I don't know if they'd have enough fuel to make it another lap. Probably be close, but I don't know. Do you take that chance? They're getting about 13 or 14 laps on the tank of fuel. It's kind of judgmental right here to see how much fuel they've got left if they can make it around. Because like Fireman said, you don't want to run out of gas here. Oh boy. It's a long ways to coast to pit road, and then you've got to go up the hill to pit road. And I'm sure the car would never make it up there coasting. All right, let's see if Anthony Emery comes to pit road. And he does. All right, now let's see if Daniel Falkingham stays out or if he's going to come in. He's almost forced to come in. Yes, he is. All right. All right, well, that should eventually here give John Poole the lead back. Anthony Emery comes down. There'll be a 4-tire stop, full tank of fuel, pack as much gas in that car as you can get in it. And then take it easy. You got to take it easy for about a lap with them new tires because you got to get a little heat build up in them. Oh, and he had to back up in his pit stall. Ooh. And he's away. Daniel Falkingham still sitting there. He's taking as much fuel as he can get. They fixed the car. They fixed that front wing. Boy, he is not going. What's going on here? Well, John Poole retook the lead. Harley Lewis second. And Harley is 2.8 seconds behind him. Anthony Emery not far behind. So the three of them going to be battling for this win. I'm not sure if Anthony got enough fuel in that. I hope he took a full tank. He may or may not have. I don't know that. Spencer Madden, 4th place. Falkingham is away. He did get away finally, and he is in 5th. Could have been a speeding penalty. It looks like it may have been. I would say probably speeding coming on pit road. Elijah Gracia in 6th. Elijah, I believe, is going to have to stop one more time. But again, I don't know that to be a fact. Aiden Henry 7th. Tom Williams 8th. Tom Mercier 9th. Nick Mullinex 10th. And Tony Hilbrand's just coming off pit road. So he's made his final pit stop. Brett Beasley, 12th place. Second in the points. He's going to be looking to pass a couple of cars to get back up inside that top 10. I think that's his main goal today. Try to get inside that top 10 to maintain them points that he's got ahead of Sean Williams. Now he's about 34 points ahead of Sean in the point, but Sean running only about 4 positions ahead of him. Yep. Where's Taylor Swift on that card? I don't see Taylor Swift on there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is he having a tiff with Taylor? Oh, there she is. There she is, I think. I think that's Taylor. I don't know. Maybe not. I think it is. I think it is. All right, John Poole showing the way. It's led 10 laps. That's most of anybody out there right now. Anthony Emery's led quite a few too. He's led 4. I think those have been the only 2 leaders. Harley Lewis is yet to lead a lap, and he's run 2.9 seconds behind the leader. Harley trying to break that draft so Anthony can't close on him. These cars draft really awesome. Ooh, big stutter there. I think with that update today, iRacing's got some stutters in there. I noticed that earlier. Just a few, not nothing serious. And there could be still some people downloading the update. It was just a small update today. I think it was mainly to fix the beta UI. I think was what the note said, and it was something about the watermark. I don't know if they changed I think they changed the font or something of the watermark. I'm not really sure. That little watermark down there in the right hand corner. Here, I'll make it bigger for you so you can see it. It kind of looks like it's got a different font to it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I may be wrong on that. I just don't remember it looking like that. But I don't normally look at it, so it's one of them deals, you know. Anthony Emery, 3rd, Daniel Falkingham, 4th. Inside the 10 to go here for John Poole at Road America today. One coming down pit road, that is Nick Molinex. He's coming in. Yeah, I love this track. It's a beautiful track. A lot of fun to race on. Technical, but not too technical, you know? That's what I like about it. It's easy to learn and learn where the braking points are and all that, and you know where the runoffs are. There's, that's what I love about this track. Harley Lewis now 1.9 seconds behind the leader. And let me tell you, he's doing everything he can right now to try to get up there with the leader, pass him for the win. And it would not surprise me if Harley could do it. I think if he could get close enough. He's not quite in that slipstream right now trying to catch that draft, so he's close, but, you know, he's probably smelling it a little bit right now. He's probably smelling the fuel coming out of that Indy car right ahead of him. But he's just not quite in the slipstream. I closed up a little bit there, down to 1.6 seconds. He might be able to catch a little slipstream here going up the hill. All right, 1.7 seconds. He's trying to catch that slipstream. He really didn't gain much. Actually, he lost a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see how he can do here as they get close to the end. And Anthony Emery closing in too. Daniel Falkingham, 4th place after starting 3rd. Spencer Madden started 7th, running in 5th. Hayden Henry actually started on pit road at the beginning of the race, but he is running in the 6th place now. Sean Williams started 8th, running in 7th. Elijah Gracia had a great qualifying time, started 5th, and he's running in 8th. Brett Beasley, 2nd in points, started 16th, running in 9th. And Tony Hilbrands rounds out the top 10 here, started 9th. Oh no, big slip off the corner. Oh no. He's going to get passed up by a couple of drivers. He just got passed up by Tom Mercier. Gets it back going though. And these guys a lap down from the leader. Still trying to catch that slipstream. 1.6 seconds. Just can't get any closer. Every time he gets a little closer, then he kind of loses ground. He's running a great line. There he just closed a little bit. Down to 1.4. 1.2. He's starting to feel the slipstream now. 1.1. Oh boy, this could come down to a nail biter here at the end. He's got to stay focused right now. Hit them marks perfectly. 1.1 second. 1 second. He should feel it here when they come down to this big wide sweeping oval here. Down these long straightaways, man, is where he's really picking up that line. Inside of a second. Dang, man, he has really picked it up. Actually, he is pulled away from Anthony Emery. Anthony now 3.1 seconds behind Harley Lewis. He is not feeling the slipstream. He's too far back. John Poole just trying to hit his marks perfect every single time. Every corner, every lap. From now for 6 more laps to go. That's right, fireman. Yes, sir. If it comes down to these two battling it out. Harley now inside of 3/4 of a second. Definitely feeling the slipstream. Half a second. Oh boy. Oh boy. This could be on the edge of your seat racing right here. All right, what's Harley to do? He's caught him. Now where does he pass him? In the slipstream. Got moved up here to a half a second. And now Anthony Emery's closed up on these guys. He's down to 2.2 seconds or 2.3. Oh, he's closing on these guys. And you were right, fireman, saying, man, if he does catch them guys and they get together and wreck out, Anthony Emery could slip by and grab the win from them. And that's what Harley's really watching right now. He's trying to find John Poole's weakness. Good luck with that. I don't think John Poole has a weakness. John is just too focused right now to make sure, you know, he cannot afford to make a mistake at all. 5 to go here. Taking a look. He got about 10 minutes to make this happen. About 10 minutes of racing left, and I'll tell you what. He knows time. Oh, there it is right there. John Poole off the track. Oh my gosh, he made it. He choked. He choked. He might have done that on purpose, just kind of looking at the long haul, the big picture here, because he knows that Harley's going to get to him and battle with him. He does not want to make contact with Harley and lose that position and possibly get wrecked out and not have a good finish. So I got to give it up to John for that. That could have been intentional. He might have did that. I don't know. No, here we go. Battling for the lead. He's going to outdrive Harley Lewis into the corner. They're side by side. Holy smokes, and Harley comes back out on top. And look who's joined him. Anthony Emery into the picture. Oh my gosh, we're going to have a 3-way battle for this end. Are you kidding me? Oh, this is amazing. I cannot believe Anthony Emery drove from that far back. What happened to John Poole? Okay, he just blinked out for a minute there. Wow. That was crazy. Now, can Anthony do anything with Harley Lewis? Oh, it's going to be interesting to see. He's side by side with him. Is he going to outdrive him into the corner? Yes, he does. Oh, no, he lost it. Oh, a little wide swing. Oh, contact. Him and John Poole making contact. Harley's loving this right now. Them two get to racing and he can pull away. I'll tell you, if somebody left when they were watching this, man, they're missing an amazing finish of this race. It's too bad for them, right? Too bad they left and missed all this excitement. Man, I'm telling you, them three are putting it on right now, folks. 4 laps to go, and they're battling like it is the last lap. I mean, they have to. It's that close. Between the three of them is 1.6 seconds. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, John Poole 1.5 seconds behind the leader. And they're all running in the slipstream here. Up the hill they go to take 3 to go, folks. 3 laps to go for Harley Lewis. He's trying to break that draft. Coming up on some lap traffic. Can that have a play in it? We're going to find out here in just a minute. John Poole losing that lead after leading 16 laps, the most of anybody out here. Nobody can top that. And still come home third. He'll still hold on to the points. And that's why I say I think he might have been looking at the big picture on that. But boy, the way he was battling with Harley Lewis there just a few minutes ago, it looked like he was battling for the win. He did not want to finish second. And once Anthony got to them, he changed John Poole's mind right there. He cleared him. And man, he ain't gonna look back. Solid run here for Anthony Emery. It was looking a little bleak there earlier where he kind of ran off the track and lost a lot of positions. And now he's back into second place. What a drive for Anthony Emery. And here comes the lap car into play. Justin Ford in the lead. He's gonna let the leaders get by. Very nice, very respectful. That's very respectful right there of Justin Ford. That's a gentleman right there. When you can get a guy that does it, wants to race it like that, that's pretty awesome. Anthony Emery right on the back bumper now. Harley Lewis. Oh, there ain't no bumper. That's right. All right, he pulls out to try to make that pass. Slingshot move around him, and he's going to get it. Anthony Emery to the lead with 2 to go. Now, can he hold off Harley Lewis? We're about to find out about that one because I don't know. I don't even know what to think about this right now. Harley. Did Harley use up his tires to pass up John Poole? But did Anthony Emery use his tires up catching these guys? That's the barn burner right there. That's the question you'll never forget about asking. John Poole's just letting these two race it out, it looks like. He's falling back about 1.7 seconds. He said, hey, I still got a third out of this. I still got a lot of points. Lead the most laps and everything. Oh, Harley Lewis gets into him. Both of them spin off the track. Oh, my gosh. Oh, and Harley can't get it back going. He's in the kitty litter, and he can't clear. And there he goes. Oh, my gosh. What? Oh, John Poole's just like, yes, I got this. Oh, do you believe them two get together? I can't go back and watch it now, folks. I'm sorry. Too much time's elapsed. Oh, that was crazy. And John Poole didn't think he thought he was going to come home third today. But you know, they still got another lap to go, and Anthony Emery's only just a couple seconds? Yeah, about 2.6 seconds back. But he does have some damage on the car now. Quite a bit of wing damage on that right front. 1 to go, folks, for John Poole. All he's got to do is just hit his marks one more time, every corner, make it perfect, bring home the win here today. Can he do it? Anthony Emery's not closing on him. He's actually losing ground to the leader. Harley Lewis still hanging on to third with a damaged wing on the front and back. But what an effort by Harley Lewis today. I got to give it up to these guys, man. They did an amazing job racing today. All right, just a couple more turns for for John Poole, excuse me. What, 3 or 4 more turns here? 5 turns, something like that. And he's going to be home free here with a 2.9 second lead over Anthony Emery. That is a shame that those two made contact after battling for the lead. Oh, man. Anthony thought he was going to win it. And it was looking pretty good for Anthony, I got to say. He had a good shot at it. The only one that was in his way was Harley Lewis battling with him there at the end. It looked like a lot of fun, though. I hope the guys had fun with that. I hope tempers aren't going to flare over that one. All right, final turn for John Poole to bring it home today. And look at this win. Congratulations to John Poole. I don't even think he even thought he was going to win this today. That's pretty amazing. Congratulations to John. All right, well, we'll get these guys down here just a minute, folks, so hang on. All right, we caught up with third place Harley Lewis. Harley, what? Man, oh man, it was going to be a battle there between you and Anthony Emery. It looked like John Poole kind of maybe backed out to let you guys battle it out, but he was sitting there ready to pounce just in case something did happen. It happened, and that's a racing thing, you know. I mean, when you're battling for the lead like that, and you're coming down to 2 to go, you know, you got to do what you got to do, but mistakes do happen, you know.
Yeah, I purchased this car 2 hours ago, and a little bit more used to another car, which you have to apologize, even though there was some anger in the chat. That was atrocious. I was just trying to dance in the mirror to scare him a bit. Totally ended up missing my braking point and crashing into his car. So I am sorry for that, but there's no need to get super upset about it.
Well, I mean, you know, racing incidents like that happen. Like I just said, you know, that when you're coming down to the 2 to go, and it looked like Anthony was going to have the win. You know, that's what kind of was the shaker. I think he had the win in the bag. I think. Even though it was, you were right there with them, you guys were kind of swapping the draft a little bit, and John Poole was letting you guys have it out, man. He just, you know, hey, you guys go have at it, and whatever happens, happens. He didn't have nothing to lose. He's already the leader, point leader, you know, so he just let you guys battle it out. But man, I'll tell you what, great race. Well, what was some of the highlights out there on the track? I can't be on you every minute. Did you have any problem with lap cars or, you know, lap traffic giving you any problem?
No, lap traffic was really good. Everyone was getting pretty much right out of the way. I think a car or two spun in front of me that was a little awkward, but same for everybody.
Yep.
So nothing really there, but I almost lost the car a few times on my own, just, you know, having to finagle it back onto the track, coming out of the last turn to the main straight, you know, just over-rotate the car a little, but feel it about to snap and just save it. Once you get so far into the race, you don't want to mess up either because you're so far in. It was pretty bad. It was a shame to have contact at the end of the race like that.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I remember talking to you last week, and you said you weren't sure how you would run here tonight in the Indy cars. Did you tell me that?
I don't think so.
Maybe somebody else
I just bought
did.
this car like 2 hours ago. It's pretty fun.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, but wow.
I don't know. I was mentioning to you before. I didn't have push to pass either. It wouldn't bend. So.
Oh wow.
Kind of wondering how I got. You know, he just blew by me on the straight there, but I kind of was hoping it was push to pass. I'm gonna go play with it now, but again, I'm sorry, Anthony Emery, for that atrocious attack. It was not personal, and that's typically not how I drive.
Well, I'll tell you what. I still think you did an awesome job out there, Harley. You came from like mid-pack and just kept, you know, staying with it and run them guys down and battled for the lead. So, congratulations to you for grabbing third today, Harley. And I think you guys go to Phoenix in 2 weeks with these things. What do you think about that track?
Oh, that's a fun track. It should be a blast.
Okay, all right. I know a lot of people in chat are going to disagree with you on that one.
Yeah.
It's a tight track. You know? So, all right. Well, congrats. Who you got to thank for it?
Thanks for doing the broadcast, as always, Rudy. And Elijah for putting on both these leagues. They're a lot of fun. And Carbon Racing.
All right. Very good. Well, we'll see you back in 2 weeks, but hopefully we'll see you next week in the Pro Mazdas.
Sounds good, Rudy. Have a good night.
You too. All right, we caught up with Anthony Emery, finishing second. Anthony, wow, that was one heck of a battle out there. It was kind of looking like you were going to win it, but you know, it was nip and tuck because you and Harley were swapping places about every lap, you know, and it was when you come down to 2 to go, it's on from there.
Yeah, I messed up early and I lost 16 seconds. I drove all the way back up there and took the lead, and I got destroyed. So it's cool.
I seen that, man. You come from way back in the field, man. How did you do that, man? That car was fast today.
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't mean anything now because I didn't win.
Well, but you got a second place out of it, buddy. I mean, you know, that's going to help you in the points a lot right there. You come into today 9th in the points. That's going to help you a lot right there. And you led some laps. I think there was only, 3 of you that led laps today. You, John Poole, and Harley Lewis, you know. So that's gonna add up right there. So, well, what other than that wreck? Okay, what was some of the great racing out there? Cars that you had to pass to get to that point. Was everybody pretty respectful and let you by?
Yeah, most people just saw me coming and they just kind of pulled over, which is nice of them. Thanks to Tom Mercier and Spencer Madden and Falkingham, I guess, and all those guys for just being nice.
Yeah, they did. I seen a couple of, I think one or two of the passes that you did on them, and it looked pretty cool. And Anthony, I didn't really realize you were that good in these Indy cars. I'll be honest. I thought you were more of a NASCAR guy. So where did you learn how to drive as good as you do in these Indy cars?
I honestly never really drive these at all on here. I guess I used to play F1 games on the Xbox a lot. I don't know, maybe I developed something that translates over to here, but honestly, and to bring it back, like if people like Nathan Lewis or the IndyCar guys who normally run it in the official races, if they showed up, they'd kick my butt. So I can't really say I'm good at it. So.
Well, now you guys go to Phoenix in 2 weeks. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think you're able to pass there. I'm pretty sure air's pretty bad, but we'll see. I'm not sure.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Anthony. Well, who you got to thank for this second place?
Shout out to Elijah for the league. Shout out to you for broadcasting. Shout out to everybody who shows up. And yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for talking with us, and we hope to see you. I don't know. Are you running in the Pro Mazda Series next week? Oh, you already left.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know if he is or not. All right. Well, that brings us up here to our winner, John Poole. You got a copy?
I do, Rudy. What's going on?
Well, tell us what you seen there coming to that checkered flag, man. That was crazy racing them two were putting on up ahead of you. Did you just kind of back out of it and let them guys have at it?
Honestly, Rudy, I just didn't have anything for them. I don't know whether it was just set up, I didn't get comfortable with it, but just in race conditions, I could not get real comfortable with the throttle. Felt like it was going to snap at any moment. Didn't really like the engine power map that they had selected for tonight. But yeah, after Harley got past me, I couldn't really do anything. Kind of got shoved off there by the 44 after I got past him. So after that, I kind of backed off a little bit. I was a little close on fuel. I'll be honest with that.
Yeah.
But after I saw that in front of me, I was just like, are you kidding me? I knew it was going to be close. I knew it was going to be, I kind of felt like something was going to happen, but I didn't know it was going to be that spectacular. I'll be honest with you. It reminded me of Ricardo and Verstappen at Baku, 2017.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought, you've got a pretty comfortable lead over Brett Beasley coming into today. And I thought, well, he's not going to push it too awful hard and have a worse finish. That's why I kind of figured maybe you backed out just a little bit. But yeah, if you used up your equipment there early, trying to stay ahead of them guys, because man, they were coming and they were breathing down your neck big time. When Harley got to you, that looked like a pretty good battle. And then Anthony Emery cleared both of you. And man, it looked like it was going to be on between them two. And I thought, okay, John's looking at the big picture here. He's saying, okay, I can come up third. Still going to hold on to the point lead. I'm still going to pull more points away from Brett Beasley, but you wind up winning it because them two make contact. Man, that's pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I hate it for both of those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they were by far, I'll admit right now, they were the faster cars tonight. It was really fun battling with Harley there, with him not even having the experience with these cars. He did a hell of a job tonight. Even, as he said, didn't have push to pass. I was using push to pass and I could barely keep up, but yeah, he was great. Anthony, he was in a league of his own, but just kept making mistakes. And unfortunately, mistakes will catch up to you.
Well, eventually, yes, they do. But, you guys go to Phoenix next week. What are your thoughts on it? Everybody else is kind of like, it'll be fun. What do you think?
It's going to be a unique challenge. Definitely, Phoenix is a short oval. Just depending on what the downforce levels Elijah is going to put on the car. It's going to definitely be a track position game. So track position is going to be a big key qualifying is going to be very important in here in 2 weeks at ISM.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a great race for you, and congrats on the win. Who you got to thank for that win, John?
Well, Rudy, I got to thank you for putting on this lovely broadcast every single week. I got to thank Elijah for putting on the league every week. It's fantastic. And I got to thank Cosmin Ineshu from Splash and Go Graphics for painting up my ride for tonight.
I love that Star Trek theme, man. I'm a big Star Trek fan.
Absolutely, absolutely. I fell in love with the new show that they have out, Discovery, and I just said, I just have to have it. Back a few years back, I used to run a Star Trek Into Darkness scheme, and just after that, it stuck. It was a really lucky car, so, some things are lucky.
Well, I think luck was on your side tonight, boy. Guys got together and you snagged the win, so congratulations. You're going to come out of here with a lot of points tonight. The win, you led the most laps. Man, oh man, it's going to be a big point night for you.
Yeah, it looks like it. Wow, 78 markers now over Brett.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Was not expecting it to be that big. Brett's a great racer.
Yep.
Like you said, he's not necessarily very comfortable with the road course side, which it's understandable. We're having a new car, and it's a different car than what you do with the DW12 on ovals, and it's a different feel, different. I don't know.
Right.
It's different. For sure.
Well, I'm glad tempers didn't flare too high. That's my main goal. I just don't like that stuff on the stream. I don't like people calling each other out. If you want to talk about that, take it over in TeamSpeak. You guys talk it out and get it worked out. So. But great job. You kept the car clean all night. Bring home the win, John. Congratulations. We'll see you back here 2 weeks at Phoenix, brother.
Alrighty, Rudy. Sounds like a plan.
I can't wait. All right, let's run down through the final results here, folks. John Poole coming home with the win. Anthony Emery finishing second. Harley Lewis third. Daniel Falkingham finishing fourth. Elijah Grassi at fifth. Spencer Madden in sixth. Sean Williams seventh. Caden Henry in eighth. Tony Hilbrand's ninth. And Brett Beasley finishing 10th. Justin Ford 11th. Tom Mercier 12th. Nick Mullinex. We always called him Mucinex. Nick Mullinex in 13th, Timothy Bates 14th, and Andy Kinsey rounding out the field in 15th position. All right, folks. Well, congratulations to John Poole here for SRCA IndyCar League and MaxSpeedTV. Thanks for watching tonight. Till next time, stay safe and have a good night.